Nothing but bad bitches in here tonight. Oh, if you lame and you know it, be quiet. Nothing but real news only.
So we already completed how to get the perfect brow using 2 methods. We already completed how to do a natural smoky with lashes and liner, and all about primers and foundation and application, also color correcting as well. So make sure you watch those 3 videos before you get into the contour and highlighting section. I will leave the link to those 3 videos down below. But if you already watched those 3 videos, let's get started. So for contouring and highlighting, I'm gonna just give you a little background. Contouring and highlighting is all about face sculpting. A lot of people come in Sephora and say, I want to learn how to contour and highlight, and my question is always, do you want to learn how to contour and highlight to sculpt out your face, make your face look slimmer, or do you want to learn how to contour and highlighting where it involves glow to the face? Because a lot of people can get mixed up with that thing nowadays, and the difference is contouring and highlighting, face sculpting, it's really using like a lighter concealer or a darker cream concealer just to sculpt your face. But then you have your highlighting section where it's literally like you're using an illuminator. So something like this, powders that have illumination to it, or even a cream product that have illumination to it, that is considered highlighting your face as well. So you just have to know the difference. I guess that's why they came out with the whole strobing thing, to identify the difference between the whole face sculpting and actually adding glow and highlighting your face. But today we're going to go through face sculpting, and then in the next video, which is going to be about baking and setting and highlighting and blush, that's when we'll go over adding glow and illumination to the face. So let's just get started. So for highlighting, I like to use liquid concealers. So that's any kind of concealer in a tube, or like something you can twist off and come out, like a doe foot applicator concealer. I like liquid concealers because I'm not a full coverage type of person. So when I highlight under my eyes, nose, we'll go through that in a minute. But when I highlight those areas, I don't want my face to feel cakey. I don't want to add a lot of product to my face. So liquids are a little thinner than creams. So that's what I like to go for as far as my highlight. Now contour, everybody loves contour because it makes your face look slimmer. So with that being said, I love to use a cream based contour because it's a little more pigmented. It comes up more stronger, and you can really sculpt out your face with cream since it's thicker in consistency. So that is what I like to do. Some people use creams for contouring and highlighting. Some people like to use powders or anything like that. However, when you use liquid or creams, you still do have to set them with a powder, so that's just an extra step you have to do. However, you can set your face with just powders. You can do a contour and highlight routine with just powder foundations or loose powder foundations. And if you want me to do an extra little side video on how to just use powders by themselves, let me know in the comment section below, or thumbs up this video so I know that you dolls want to see that. But let's get on and start on the application. With contour and highlighting, it's never good to just go in with a lighter color. As you see in the previous video, I did color correct, so I like to go in with a concealer that is my skin tone or maybe one shade up, just to kind of block out the area, especially under my eyes, and then I go over top with a lighter concealer. That way you have that transition color in between, and that way it looks a little more flawless, and it doesn't look like you just slapped some baby powder under your eyes or on your face. So that way it just looks a little more natural when you do it that way. So the first color I'm going to go in with is the LA Pro Conceal in the shade Fawn. So as you dolls know, or if you're new to contouring, highlighting, you want to highlight the points on your face in which you want them to exceed or stand out. So most people contour under the eye, under the eye, on the bridge of the nose, the forehead, the cupid's bow, and the chin. And some people even contour some people highlight under their contour just to make their contour a little more pronounced, just to really take the extra step and slim down your face. So I will show you that. So these are the shapes you want to go in. When you're highlighting under your eye, you literally want to make a triangle. So I always tell people, go down the side of your nose to your nostril, and then up to the corner of your eye, and then fill in that triangle. You see? So down the side of the nose, stop at the nostril, up to the corner of the eye, and then fill it in. Then for your cupid's bow, you literally go on your cupid's bow, and then on those two little parts of the lip that stick out, I like to do at least 3 marks on my chin. And then for your nose, you literally, I tell people at Sephora all the time, to make a tree. So you got your little branches, you got your little leaves, and then right down the center of the nose, you have your root. So like that. And we're literally going to make an arrow under the contour. So literally pointing towards the top of the ear, make an arrow like that. That is the best way I can describe where to place it. So make an arrow. So you have that color mapped out. So we're going to go ahead and blend that out, because then we're going to go on with a lighter concealer just to kind of brighten it up a little bit. So I'm using my Real Techniques complexion sponge. And make sure, dolls, that you blend lower and work your way up, because you don't want a lot of product right under your eye, because that can cause creasing. So just take your time and use patting motions. So start low and work your way up, because the less product you have right under your eye, the less chances you have with creasing. So you just want to take your time and really blend all of this out. So now that you got all of that blended out, next I'm going to go in with a concealer that's almost 3 shades lighter than my skin tone, and I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in medium beige, which looks like this. And this is a good way you can get away with a bright highlight, is to have a transition color. So what I do with the lighter one is literally make 3 marks on the like outside. I do a 1 mark on my chin, and I do 3 marks on my nose, and then 2 marks on my forehead. With this color, I don't want a lot, because I don't want a super bright highlight. Like I said, I don't want to look like I just slapped some baby powder under my eyes. So we're going to blend this out, and it's just going to brighten it up a little bit. It's kind of like you're adding dimension, kind of like your eyes. The more colors you use, the more definition you have to the face, the more natural it looks. So now we're going to go ahead and go with contouring, and I'm using this Ben Nye Cream Foundation in the color Hijabi Bronze. Just any cream product that is 3 shades darker than your skin tone. And I like to use this e.l.f. angled foundation brush, and it is a little dirty because I use it all the time for my contour. Since the brush is angled, it really lets you get into those hollows of your cheeks, really get a precise line on your nose. It really helps you to place the product down. So with contouring is meant to add shadow, which Contouring is meant to add shadow to the face, which in returns make your face look a little slimmer. So you want to place your contour in areas in which you want to recede or descend back. So that's mainly under your cheekbones, your jawline, your side of your nose, your forehead, and then your temples. But you do have to go about knowing your face shape as well. That is a whole different ball game. If you guys want me to do a video on contouring for different face shapes, let me know, because that will have to be a very detailed video. But I'm just going to go off of my face shape. My face shape is a little round and a little square, so I do like to go under my cheekbones because I have big cheeks, so I want to really slim down that area. So with contouring your cheeks, you want to imagine that the top of your ear connected to the corner of your mouth. However, you don't want it to be really low because then it'll look too mannish. So we're going to go a little bit higher. So I normally, this little socket, you would place it in. But I like to go a little bit above that and make my line. And when you make your line, dolls, do not exceed past the corner of your eye. You literally want to make that little mark right there. And you kind of want to make it look like a triangle. So you want to kind of go up and make a downward triangle. So that is what you want to have. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So you go down and then you kind of build a triangle. And that is what really slims your face down, because you're adding definition and you're adding shadow. Then I like to put a little bit on my temples. And then when doing your hairline, I always tell people to push back towards your hairline. So literally go like this. Push it back into your hairline. Because you don't want to have like a contoured or darkness right here that doesn't match your hairline. Especially if you don't wear weave or anything like that and you have your natural hair out. It will look like a cast or a mask is on your face. So always make sure you push that color into your hairline. And then we're going to go down on our jawline. And I kind of just focus it right here. I don't really worry about my chin as much because it's already defined. So I leave it alone. So with contouring the nose, I like to come from the crease of the eye and just bring it downwards. Some people like to go in their brows. However, I feel like it looks a little more natural when you come from the crease of the eye, because everything flows and you don't want it to look too artificial. You just want to define your nose. And then I do a little bit under the tip. And then I know you ladies see me do this all the time. I go right under my bottom lip just to make it appear to be a little fuller. And sometimes I go like right on the edge of my upper lip. And you can already see it kind of just makes that area look a little bit fuller. So now we're just going to go in with this Real Technique sponge and blend it out. And I always tell people, make sure you press your contour, because you don't want the product to move around. You want it to stay where you place it. So just press it in and blend it out that way. And since it's a cream product, it will literally blend into your skin and it won't look blotchy. And just press it into your skin. Just like that. So that is what you should have before you go into setting and baking your face. So that is our face contoured and highlighted without setting. Make sure you tune in tomorrow to really learn how to properly set and bake your face, set your contour, add blush, and add glow to the face. I will go over all of that in the next video. I love you dolls, and I will see you in my next video. Today I'm going to be talking about my two favorite foundations, and it is the All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation from NARS and the Maybelline Dewy Smooth